Hey good people, Mo here. I've got the IRONAX XFT functional trainer squat rack half rack combination. Can the bells of steel pad fit here? Let's answer the question. Nope, sadly not. This is 5/8 inch, so is that, but some things are off by a little bit, so in some cases it just won't work. It tends to be a 5/8 inch hole, which it is, but the problem is bells of steel technically they go by 2 inches, they'll do 2.3. Their numbers don't quite line up, so it's going to be a bit different. And in my case, it doesn't work with my IRONAX, and I'm so disappointed. For reference, this is a dip attachment from Amazon, and it's also a 5/8 inch hole. It fits just fine. So this one is not my personal dip attachment. This is a friend of mine's. He owns his own. I got the one that IRONAX made. My brand is IRONAX, and they have a dip attachment. I love it. It is kind of irritating when it's being marketed as 5/8 inch and it's not fitting. Now, there's not really an attack on bells of steel because mine is a 5/8 inch hole, kind of, but I think IRONAX doesn't have a kind of a direct 5/8 inch. It's a little bit different, maybe a bit off. So not an attack on either company. There's a lot of attachments IRONAX makes. You can do squat, deadlift, you can do bench press, shoulder press, so it's no problem. Most of the attachments that you need or might want to get with the IRONAX XFT, that's no problem. By bells of steel, they make a lot of cool attachments, right? You don't really need the steel pad. They're nice. You don't really need it. And truthfully, if I wasn't going to go with IRONAX, which I have right now, I would probably go with bells of steel because they are a good company. They're also Canadian and they make a lot of good products. You definitely get your money's worth. This is not mine specifically. A friend of mine owns a squat rack and his is 5/8 inch. I wanted to try and see if it would work with mine, and it does. But I find it doesn't work quite as well as the ones that the IRONAX makes. At the end of the day, you want to buy the attachments that work with your squat rack system. With my IRONAX machine, I don't know if the holes are exactly 5/8 inch. Maybe they're a little bit smaller, but again, there's a lot of decent attachments and they're still supporting it more. Since I bought it, they've added a couple more to the roster. Now, before you buy any kind of system, the most important thing you want to look at is, does it have a lot of attachments? I love how this is a functional trainer. I can do other movements with it, right? Other functional trainers, in fact, most functional trainers, you can't add any attachments at all. That's why I go with IRONAX. My gym is pretty small. I don't have space for a functional trainer on one side and then a squat rack on the other. I just don't have that kind of space here. Bells of Steel makes a cable tower. You can put two of them together to make basically a squat rack out of it, which is something I would recommend, and I want to see more companies do things like this. The steel pad, very well built piece of equipment. If your rack can handle it, great. Buy it, go for it. Mine cannot. I do recommend buying it if you're interested. Anyways, everybody, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.